Welcome to the fifth topic in the Form 4 syllabus, Project.
Problem definition. The problems affecting the operations of the current system are identified at this stage. System evaluation and maintenance. This is the monitoring, evaluating, and modifying of operational information systems to make desirable or necessary improvements to the developed system. System implementation. System implementation may not be a creative process, but certainly a difficult task. This is because the system must be workable, successful, and accepted by the users. Hence, human considerations will have to be attended to very carefully. System testing. This phase involves testing hardware devices, testing and debugging computer programs, and testing information processing procedures to evaluate their compliance with the system's requirements. System coding. In this phase, the systems analyst may have to address what is called make or buy decision. Thus, they have to decide whether to have in-house developed software that is custom written or buy it. Sometimes programmers decide to buy an existing software package and modify it rather than having it written from the scratch. System design. At this phase, the specifications of the current system are studied to determine what changes will be needed to incorporate the user needs not met by the system. System requirements. System requirements analysis is the determination of the equipment for the new system once the systems analyst has determined that a problem exists and has obtained permission to develop or acquire a new system. Feasibility study. This is a study that is carried out to determine the probability or possibility of either improving the existing system or developing a completely new system. System requirements.
Problem recognition and definition. The school setting has several problems that it encounters in its day-to-day running. At this stage, one is to liaise with the stakeholders of the system, and in our case study, the principals, teachers, and other stakeholders were also interviewed, and the following problems and challenges were identified. Report forms manually written, wrong calculation in the report forms, time consuming when filling the report forms, inconsistency in data entry, repetition of data, output is not presentable, poor backup, and requires a lot of storage space. Output specification. The output specification should come first in order to help determine the type of input and processing required for the system. Input specification. Inputs depend on the type of output expected. The input design can vary from forms, datasheets to tables, but the forms are the best. The input files or data store. Objects we use to store data in database, for example, tables. In our case study, we used tables. Hardware and software requirements. Upgradable Pentium 3 running Windows XP or higher versions, scanners, printers, CD-ROMs with multimedia capability, for example, DVD writers, combo drive. Process specification. This is done using forms, queries, and reports in design view. System design. At this stage, you are supposed to identify entities and needed attributes and design table structures to display fields, data types, and field properties. In the case study, we take a student as entity which has attributes like name, admission number, class, subject, etc. This can be displayed as student's details table. Name, admission number, class, subject. System flow design. entity relationship diagram, data flow diagram, flowchart. In our case study, we are going to use flowchart. System construction or coding. This is transforming the design of the system using a programming language that is ready to be converted into machine language. Each module should be thoroughly tested and debugged before being integrated into the system. System testing. This is testing the entire system after integrating the different modules. System implementation. This is rolling out the system. In this stage, several things happen, namely user training, file conversion, changeover, and system use. File conversion. Converting existing data into a format accepted by the new system. System review and maintenance. In reviewing, the system is tested to see whether it meets the intended objectives and also be used to address problems that have arisen since its implementation. Maintenance involves correction of errors, enhancement of backups, etc.